Hey everybody, I'm Bambi. Welcome to my channel. Today I think I'm just gonna do a get ready with me while I just talk about life as I get ready. I guess really I'm just making this so that if anybody does relate, they feel a little less alone and feel seen. I've been struggling a lot lately with a few things, but I'd say the main problem right now in my life, I'm 25, is just chronic loneliness, even though I have an entire friend group in my life, which I do feel very blessed and fortunate to have, because at 25, having a large friend group, not that it's like crazy, it's like a good, okay, well now I need to count because I don't know. Give me a second. Okay, if I'm not forgetting anybody, it's like a good eight of us, right? Like a good eight of us. Which again, that's like not like huge, but also I know that like when you get older, it's kind of hard to maintain adult friendships and to like have a group of that size, like I feel like most adults tend to have like a couple close friends, like 2 to 3 or something like that. I might just be making shit up, but I don't know. I was always told like, after high school, like you lose all your friends and then, it's hard to make friends, right? Which nobody in my circle is from high school. Once I deleted all of social media, it was even harder to stay in touch with people from high school. So yeah, I pretty much have no connection with anybody from high school. Um and then my current friends, like the people in my life right now, those are all people I met once I got with my husband, and like now I've been friends with them. Some of them since like the entirety of like my husband and I's relationship, so like 7 years of friendship with some of these people, and some of them like 2 to 3 years, because like my husband did lose touch with some of them and then like reconnected like later on, and then that's when they became a part of my life. And now I'd say like, they're like a major part of our lives because we see them all the time. Like our friend group, we hang out almost every weekend, like almost every weekend. And actually last year it was literally every weekend, like we were together. Sometimes like they'd sleep over our place. And like a lot, like every weekend, like sleepovers, and it was a lot of fun, right? And like now this year it's like more chilled out, right? Like, and you know, all of that is to say that even though I have all these people in my life, I still feel extremely lonely, which like that's like a me problem, right? Like I have a really hard time feeling connected to the people in my life. And it's something I've struggled with all my life, really. Like I've just always had a problem feeling connected. And really like it's very lonely. It feels very lonely, like feeling this almost like inability to connect. And really like I feel like the only person I genuinely feel connected with is my husband, which is amazing, right? That's a blessing, and I am very grateful to at least feel connected to one person. But it also feels very lonely and isolating because it's like, well, he's my husband. Like, that's it. That's I have one person I feel connected to, and then when he's not around, which he's in the military, so he does leave a lot. When he's away, it is it's hard. It's really hard to like cope when the only person you feel connected to is gone for periods of time. Even if I'm with my friends, like it's just like wonder if other people feel this way, you know? And I should start doing my makeup because this is supposed to be a get ready with me and I haven't done any of that. But basically, it kind of sucks because I was in therapy for like 3 years and I loved my therapist. I loved her so much. Like, she was so amazing. But during that time, like those 3 years, I didn't really talk about this because there was greater issues at hand, like family trauma and relationship trauma that I really had to work through. So I didn't really talk about this topic. And I feel like it would have been extremely helpful had I been able to talk about it. But again, there was heavier topics that were affecting my life in a greater way that I had to work through. And I did. And once again, I'm very grateful that I was in a position to get therapy and actually work through my trauma. And I feel like I've definitely healed from the trauma that, I worked through in therapy. But then basically, she is no longer a therapist, right? So I can't talk to her. Like, obviously, I couldn't talk to her anymore after like the 3 years. And I did try to continue therapy with different therapists, but I honestly, like, there was just nobody like her. And I decided to stop because I just wasn't getting the same benefits anymore with different people. But, like, I do struggle with chronic loneliness and it is hard, but I wouldn't say it's like something that I can't manage because it's not like I am actually like chronically like alone. It's just that I feel disconnected and I can get through it, like it's not like I'm disconnected 24/7 cuz I'm able to I have moments in my life where I do feel connected to the people around me. So like I know those moments exist and like that keeps me I guess like hopeful that I'll get out of this state eventually. I guess it's just been hard because it's been like a couple of months at this point that I'm in the disconnected state. And, like it is a little hard to I guess like feel happy because I feel so disconnected from everybody around me. And it's been a while now and you know, but I am hopeful that this period in my life will change because it has. This isn't my first rodeo. back when I was a teenager, I used to go through these periods and they would last even longer. I know I'll get through this, you know? But yeah, I guess I just wanted to talk about it because I don't know. I don't really see like much people talking about like dealing with loneliness while you're actively not alone, you know? Like when you're genuinely alone, like nobody, no friends, no family, that makes sense. And I that's an extremely hard situation, and my heart goes out to those people because I can't imagine having nobody, and I hope those people are able to find people to share their lives with. But I feel like I've never really like heard people talk about still feeling the chronic loneliness and still feeling completely disconnected when you do have loved ones in your life, you know? Like I'm not sure if this is something that I have to like just ride the wave, right? Which is what I'm currently doing, just riding the wave, or if there's like things that I could be doing to actively feel connected. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And then another thing I'm struggling with right now, which, you know, maybe it's because I'm on my period, right? Periods. Part of life. Um, but basically, oh no, my bunny fell. Basically, basically I just feel just ugly. I just feel really ugly. And this is my first time doing my makeup in a long time. Like 3 weeks, which is long for me. But yeah, I've just been feeling don't really like looking at myself. Don't like my face, don't like my body right now. Just feeling extremely insecure, which, you know, I feel like being on my period does make it even worse. Like, not that I don't struggle with insecurities while not on my period, because I mean, we're all human at the end of the day, and we all deal with insecurity to some degree at some point or another in life. But like, it feels so extreme right now. Like, I have been actively avoiding leaving my home because I just don't want to be seen because I feel so just ugly. Um, so I just like, I don't know, I've kind of just been like going downhill for like the past like couple months. And I don't know what it is, you know? I'm in a place where like I should be happy, right? Like amazing husband, great friends, close family, um great living situation, extremely blessed to have a nice apartment to call my home. Um it's like I have all these things to be grateful for, but for some reason like I'm just not happy. And I don't know what it is. I I've been good for most of the year, but something about when summer hit this year, like my brain was like not a good time anymore. which is weird because you know what? It's self-fulfilling prophecy. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because I swear to God, every summer something happens and I have a very difficult time in the summer. So genuinely, I do think it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, even if it's like subconscious at this point, because it's not like I was actively waiting for summer to be like, oh, what's gonna go wrong this time? Like I wasn't really, but I feel like subconsciously, like it was there, so that's why I'm like this right now. But I shit you not, like since I was 17, every summer something has happened where I just struggle the whole summer. Um, Trigger warning, heavy topic. Um, I had a miscarriage in the summer one year while my husband was away on military duties. Not a great time. I've had just like severe migraines that started over I had a concussion at a concert because I got knocked out. I was not in the pit, which I do go in. I do like me a mosh pit, but I was not in the pit this time. And somebody just elbow here, and I blacked out. Literally, just that's it. Just immediately fell to the ground. Had to be carried out. I was knocked out, and I got a concussion from that. And ever since that, I started getting chronic migraines. But one, like the summer that it happened, right? I didn't know what was going on. So I was extremely scared having these like really bad, consistent, literally like every day, just migraines every day. So let me preface this with I have extreme anxiety and just like health anxiety, like really bad. And I get in like these loops where I think I'm dying over like symptoms, and then I go to the doctor a lot because I think I'm dying, and then they tell me I'm fine. And horrible, right? So that happened, right? I literally cannot talk and do something at the same time, like inability to do two things at once. So this get ready with me might end up with just me barefaced at the end of the day. But you know what? I'm not even gonna do contour because again, inability to talk. I gotta do simple things right now. Simple things that don't require thinking, even though this doesn't really require that much thinking. But basically, so concussion, right? Having migraines. So I was like I was on medication for a while for migraines. And yeah, that was one summer. Another summer, also these are not in order, by the way. Like uh it's kind of sporadic with like my timeline right now. But another summer, I like developed sleep paralysis, and it was really bad. So I would get sleep paralysis or nightmares every night. Every single night for an entire summer, I was dealing with sleep paralysis or nightmares. And it got to the point where I was literally having panic attacks at night because I was so afraid to go to sleep. I was 17, and what happened was I ended up having to sleep with either my grandma or my mom because I just could not be alone at night in my room. I was just horrified. I would start having panic attacks. The only way I could sleep is if I was with my mom or my grandma, and even then I was barely sleeping because I was constantly waking up from nightmares or sleep paralysis and just in a horrible state of mind, just completely panicked. And I don't know why that happened. I can only assume, which that I won't talk about because I don't want to talk about what happened that year. Um, Another summer, I this one's dumb. This next one's dumb as hell, but I don't even like saying it because it's so dumb. I was on birth control, and the birth control was like making my boob itchy. So I convinced myself that it was, I don't even want to say it. I don't like saying it, but C word, CANCER, boob. I convinced myself it was that. And that entire summer, like, I thought I was dying, and I kept going to the doctors, and they kept telling me I was fine until eventually I switched from the birth control, and I was good. But yeah, that was a whole summer. It was really dumb. Um, I hate when I get like that. I mean, I'm better now. I combated that issue with just telling myself, if I die, I die. That works for me. Which is like just being panicked about dying, like just gotta accept it and move on. Which I don't know, like I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, like that was one summer, right? And look how pretty. Boop. I don't think you can really see the intricate designs, but very pretty. Haven't really had the best experiences during the summer. Oh my god, wait. There was this summer. This one's funny. I mean, at the time it, really messed with me, but looking back it's kind of funny. But basically, um this summer, I don't remember what summer this was, but this summer I went to Puerto Rico for the first time for the first time by myself because I used to go. I'm Puerto Rican, got family in Puerto Rico. I be there quite often. So but this was the first summer that I went by myself because before this I always used to go with my whole family. So this was the first time that I went by myself. And I stayed with my aunt and her three daughters, my like three cousins, right? So so complicated family, right? Hispanic family, generational trauma. People don't know how to deal with their emotions in my family, and it's led to a lot of trauma. So basically, I love my family, but they're problematic, essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. So, right. So I was staying with my aunt and my cousins. And this entire time, I was with them for a week. It was not supposed to be that way. I was supposed to be there for 3 weeks. I was there for a week. What ended up happening was that while I was with them, they were talking a lot of shit about my mom in front of me, which is like, like I'm right here, right? That wasn't even like that's one of the issues, right? They were talking a lot of shit about my mom in front of me. They were just talking a lot of shit about everybody, and it was just genuinely like when I got there, the atmosphere felt so heavy just because there was so much negativity all the time. Like all they ever did was talk shit about people, and it just made me feel extremely heavy and uncomfortable. And the things they were saying about my mom, just like m- my mom, so my mom's a nurse, right? So she makes good money, but essentially, like, the drama was about money, right? She has spent a lot of money on them, and she's like always made it an effort to take care of them, right? And they were just saying things like, oh, she thinks she's rich. She doesn't know what to do with all her money. Like she thinks she's above us. Things like that where it's like I don't understand why you're saying that because all my life I've seen my mom be nothing but compassionate and kind towards you guys. Like I don't understand why you guys feel that way. I also didn't understand why they felt comfortable enough to say that in front of me. Not only that, but they would talk shit about our their other cousins. And in my head, like I'm thinking like if they're saying all that about like these other people, then they're definitely talking shit about me too. So it's like I felt so uncomfortable being with them cuz it's like do you guys even like love me? Do you guys even care about me? Like I felt so uncomfortable. Like it didn't feel like I was with people who had my best interest in mind. And at the time I was I was closest to one of them. Not that I wasn't close to all of them, because at this time, like I grew up seeing them every summer. Like these are people in my life that I thought I, you know, meant something to, and they meant a lot to me. But there was one that I was the closest to. It was the one that was only 2 years younger than, because they're all older than me. Oh, I said younger. They're all older than me, but the one I was closest to was only 2 years older than me, and we grew up like twins, basically. Like my entire life, I'd see them every summer, and every summer we were like this. We would literally wear the same clothes. Like people thought we were twins because my mom everything my mom would buy me, like she'd buy her, so we were matching all the time, right? So that's how I grew up. I like this, right? So, damn, this is gonna get messy. So, so, um, my eldest cousin at the time, she had a boyfriend in New York because she was living with us. Oh, again, like my mom, oh my God, okay, how could I forget? At this point in time, my mom had paid for her liposuction therapy surgery. Liposuction. She used to be a very, very, very big girl, and her whole life she was very, you know, ashamed about it, and it was very hard on her. So my mom paid for her liposuction surgery because my mom wanted her to alleviate herself from like the depression she was under because of her weight. So my mom had paid for her liposuction surgery, and she was living with us for the year as she was recovering. And while she was living with us, she started dating this guy, right? And then when she went to Puerto Rico, which this was no secret, like she was very open about it to the whole family. She was gonna go see another guy in Puerto Rico, and obviously like none of us were like, yeah, that's great, you do that, yeah, girl, like wow, that's a great idea. We were all trying to tell her like, hey, like you really shouldn't do that. If you're gonna do that, you should break up with the guy that you're currently seeing. She didn't take our advice, whatever, right? So it wasn't a secret that she was gonna go see this other guy in Puerto Rico. So one day, um I'm walking with the one that I'm like this with, and you know we're walking. I'm on the phone with my mom, just like giving her updates. Again, everybody at this time knew that my cousin was gonna go see another guy. And, my mom's asking me, like, oh, like, how are you? How's everybody? Like, what's everybody up to? And I'm just like listing like things. And one of the things I said was like, oh, like, um, I'm gonna make up a name. Daisy is getting ready for her date. Like very casual, like not even like a jab or anything. Like it was just like that's what she's doing, right? And then I go back. Okay, and like the cousin that I was like this, she was the only one around when I said that, right? So we go back to the house. I go upstairs, like take a bath, right? Whatever. And then when I come back downstairs, um my cousin, like the one in, I'm gonna call her Jane, she's the middle one. She's like, "Oh, did you come downstairs to see what we were doing so that you could tell your mom?" And I was like, I was I was genuinely so like confused cuz it's like I first of all, I didn't say anything with malice like that. I'm not telling my mom these things to like talk about you guys behind your back. Like I was literally just my bad. Like I was just like that wasn't my intention, but that's not the part that bothered me. The part that bothered me was that it revealed that the one that I was like this after that walk immediately went to her sisters and was like, oh, you know what she said to her mom or whatever. Like that's the only way that my middle cousin would have said something is if the one that I was like this told them what I said and made it seem like it was malicious. So at this point, I break because I just couldn't take it anymore. Like, I was already feeling so heavy. At this point, it had been a week, and the whole week, they're all talking mad shit about everybody and everyone. So at this point, I break and I have a panic attack because I'm just so overwhelmed and feeling so heavy. I have a panic attack. That same day, my mom immediately buys a ticket for me to come back home. I leave. The worst part is that after I leave, I hear that they went on to tell the whole family that I left demons in their house, that I was demon possessed, and when I left, they saw demons in the room that I was staying in because I was so demonically possessed and that my panic attack was just demons. They told the whole family that. So yeah, after that, I never trusted any of them ever again. And they're still in my lives. I still love them. I still care about them. I still hope for the best. I still talk to them, but I'll never trust them again, and I'll never feel close to them ever again. Um, but yeah, that was another summer. So, wow, this makeup look is so good. Like, I've gotten nothing done. But yo, this video really just turned into like a wild ass story time. But adding this after editing because I feel like I wasn't like clear enough. But had my cousin been keeping this under wraps and told me like, "Hey, don't tell anybody this," I wouldn't have said anything. But because she was so open about it, and again, like it wasn't like I was like trying to talk shit about her. Like my mom was just asking like, "Oh, what is so and so doing? What is so and so doing?" And I was just like, "Oh, they're doing this, they're doing that." It's not like I was like, "Oh my god, she's cheating." Like it wasn't like that. So just wanted to make that like very clear. And like I'm not like saying all that to like blast them on the internet. Like obviously like I'm not like giving out their names or anything. Like, look, everybody in life struggles, and I feel like not to excuse what they did, but I can understand the emotions at play when they did what they did, because you know, their entire lives. And my grandma tells me these things because obviously, like, my grandma's lived with me my whole life, right? And I feel like that, like, definitely, like, plays a part into, like, why they felt a way about me growing up, you know? Like, my grandma tells me, like, they were always jealous of me because, like, one, like, you know, like, my mom has a good job. My dad is still in my life because their dad, they're my aunt and her husband divorced, and then my grandma lives with me. So like I understand why, like, growing up, um they weren't always that great to me, you know, and I don't blame them, you know, I don't blame them. I understand why they felt the way they did. And you know, like, like, I don't think they're bad people. They're not bad. They're not bad people. And I love them. And like, I wish things weren't the way they were, because like, oh my god, I don't want to cry. Oh my god. Ugh. I wish they weren't the way that they were, because I would love to be close to them. It's just impossible because they haven't really changed. And this was years ago. They still haven't really changed. And at this point, they might never. Just want them to be happy and healthy and live good lives, you know? That's all I want, even if they don't want the same for me. Let's lighten up the mood. Now I'm like, should I even post this? I don't know who's gonna even watch this, honestly, but I mean, my channel basically is just like a little diary, you know, like, just post things and such, just to like feel less alone, I guess, you know. And if you've made it this far, I hope that you were able to, I don't know, just like not feel alone. If you are feeling alone, and you know, I was able to be like, yo, you're not alone, you know, then I'm happy. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I just want to connect with people, and you know, like, being open and like talking about my life and such, you know, that's like a way to connect with people, you know, like raw, unfiltered emotions. What's in here and what's in here, for real, on a plate, served to you if you're hungry for that type of stuff. I just don't want people to be like, yo, why would you go on the internet and say all that stuff, you know, like, oh my god, go to therapy, girl, nobody wants to hear about this shit. I did go to therapy. My therapist quit. Anyways, back to the makeup look. Okay, I've been doing eyeshadow. I can't do two things at once. It's just impossible. How do people do get readies with me? Okay, I did eyeshadow, and that's That's it. Okay, so normally, like, I have, like, there's levels, you know? There's, like, no makeup. Then there's, like, everyday makeup. And then there's, like, I'm going out makeup. Today I'm gonna do just everyday makeup because, like, my brain can't fathom speaking and doing something at the same time. So I'm keeping it basic. Anyways, yeah, so basically, ooh, this weekend I'm going to Smorgasburg. For a second, I was like, oh my god, don't say that because then, like, people are gonna get you. Nobody's watching this video, first of all. Second of all, Smorgasburg is huge. Also, there's, like, a bunch of different locations. Um, Anyways, I'm really excited because this is something I've been wanting to do for years. I love food. I'm a big foodie. And some people hate when you say you're a big foodie because they're like, everybody loves food. Like, everybody needs to eat. You don't understand. I go to sleep thinking about what I'm going to eat for breakfast. And then after I eat breakfast, I think about what I'm going to have for lunch. And then after lunch, I think about what I'm going to have for dinner. Oh my god. I love food so much. I made it my job, bro. I mean, I don't have my job yet because I'm still in college, but I'm studying to become a registered dietitian. Because nutrition is very important, and I feel like some people, a lot of people, America, because, like, our diets, the American diet ain't that healthy. And I feel like people really don't realize how important nutrition is. About, if I can recall correctly, 6 out of the top 10 leading causes of death are nutrition related. You know? Like, number 1 cause of death, heart disease. That's nutrition related, you know? You know, all these high fat foods, saturated fats, because there's healthy fats and then there's unhealthy fats. Saturated fats and trans fats are the unhealthy fats, right? There's a load of that shit in the American diet, you know? So, you know, then you get clogged up arteries, high cholesterol, affects your heart, you die, right? But if you had a balanced and healthy diet, that wouldn't have happened, you know? Unless, like, you could be predisposed. Oh my god, you could be predisposed to the. Okay, there's, like, this saying basically that genes load the gun. Oh my god, can I say that on YouTube? Oh, I'm gonna have to bleep that out or something. Or, you know what? I don't know. Genes load the pew pew, and then you know, like, lifestyle pulls the trigger, right? So you could be predisposed, but if you live a mostly healthy life, then your risks for developing heart disease significantly decrease. Anyways, nobody cares about this stuff, but yeah, very passionate about food. Like, you know, like, cooking it, learning about it, eating it. I love food. Basically, I'm a foodie, you know? Like, let me be a foodie. Let me say I'm a foodie and don't be saying everybody loves food, because y'all just don't understand. Or maybe you do. Maybe we're all foodies. No, I mean, no, I've met people who just don't fuck with food like I fuck with food, you know? Like, they don't get as excited about it, and, you know, like, they don't really care to go out and try new foods. And how did I get here? Anyways, Smorgasburg. Very excited. My first time going. I've always wanted to go. If you don't know what smorgasbord, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but if you don't know what it is, essentially, um, it's like this big festival in New York City with a bunch of different food vendors, and you just eat a bunch of different food from a bunch of different cultures, which is another reason why I love food so much. Because food, along with music and art, I feel like those things just, no matter who you are, no matter what culture you're from, you can really connect with others and appreciate other people's cultures and just I love unity. And I feel like food and art and music just really bring us together as humans, you know? Like, yeah, anyways, smorgasbord. I'm very excited to eat food. And I'm just very excited to try like different foods I've never eaten before from different cultures. Um, I really love Asian food, and there's gonna be, I forgot what it's called. I think it's like omo nikiyaki. I'm so sorry. Completely butchered that. But it's like the dish where it's like is it cabbage? It's like a cabbage pancake, I think. I forgot. Oh my god, I literally forgot. But I'm really excited to eat it. It's gonna be over there. Um, but yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm going with our we're going with our friends. Um, and yeah, I'm super excited for that. Oh my god, my legs fell asleep. Anyways, this video is almost an hour long. There was a hair on my laptop. Anyways, my legs really hurt. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And okay, this is gonna be hard. Wee. Let's talk about my job. Um, so I'm a community habilitation worker. And what that means is I work for this nonprofit organization, and you take care of either the elderly or like people with special needs in the community who can't do things for themselves. My brother's physically and mentally handicapped, so I go to my parents' house to work and take care of my brother. But they've been in Puerto Rico for the past 2 weeks. And before that, I went to Georgia. Okay, so it is currently July. Forgot the date. Mid-July. Don't know what day of the month it is, but July, I think it's the 16th. No, it's the 15th because it was my grandma's birthday yesterday. So basically, um, in May, my husband had to leave for so again, he's in the military, he's Army Reserves, and he was going to finish up his class for being a chief warrant officer too. And it was for 6 weeks. And I was alone for 3 weeks, and I kind of lost my mind. So we decided it was best for me to go to Georgia to be with him for his final 3 weeks, which meant I wasn't working for those 3 weeks. And then when I came back, my family went to Puerto Rico, so I'm still not working. So I'm pretty broke right now. So I've been door dashing, which there's nothing wrong with that. You earn your means of living however you earn your means of living. And there's nothing wrong with, I don't know why I'm saying this. I just like didn't want to make it seem like I'm DoorDash. Like, I don't feel that way. I don't think anybody took it that way. But if you did, I just wanted to life. But yeah, I think that's like the only thing I'll leave the house for today is door dashing. I do have to write a paper for I'm currently taking a summer class just to speed up the process because I just want to graduate. So I'm taking a summer course, which they're making me retake English 2 because they didn't accept my English 2 from my old college. I'm in online college, and they didn't accept my physical college. Back when I was in physical college, they didn't accept the English credit for that class, so I'm retaking it, which means I'm just writing a bunch of papers right now. So after I finish this, I have to write paper. And then I'll probably DoorDash. I did my eyebrows by myself. They look nice, right? What was I talking about? I'm pretty much done. I gotta do mascara. And if I really wanted to, I could do my lip combo. But no. Because this video's been long enough. And I gotta edit. Whatever. Gotta go to the gym today too, because I've been slacking. Oh. I haven't gone this week, which I'm really typically I'm really consistent with the gym. I go between 2 to 3 times a week, and this week I haven't gone yet, and it's the middle of the week. But again, I feel like this is like the peak of mental decline. So it's been hard. Which is like, I should have gone to the gym even more with how bad mentally I was feeling. Cause honestly, like, being physically active really does help improve mental health. And I know that, but just been a really low past few days. But I will go today. But yeah, basically life. And this is such a long video, bro. Like, I don't even know. And I'm just a girl. But anyways, I gotta do the bottom one. Whee! And then I'm done. But then I'm gonna feel even more lonely once I'm done, which kind of sucks. Even though I'm literally alone right now, but it's like talking, even if I'm just talking to myself. feels less lonely. That's like another thing I didn't really talk about. Part of the problem why I feel so disconnected is because I feel like I hide myself a lot with the people in my life, just because like I just feel like they don't want to talk about like the stuff that interests me, and I don't want to like bore them. Like a day of hanging out really is just me um basically whatever they want to do and whatever they want to talk about I go along with, cuz I don't know. I guess I'm just there's been a lot of moments in the past where like I open up about something that I'm like interested about, and then I'm like very disappointed by like the response or lack of response. So I just don't bring up the stuff that I want to talk about because I don't want to feel hurt. So I hide a lot. Yeah, that is a me problem. I know that's a me problem, and I should open up, but I just feel like every time I open up, it's just like not really like a reaction that makes me feel seen. Um, like I don't know, like it's like hard to like I don't know, like I'm so good at like if you tell me like you really like this movie, I'll watch it with you. If you tell me you really like this song, I'll listen to it. And like, like most of the time, like I genuinely get interested in the other people's interests, right? But I feel like I just like no, I can't say all. Most of the movies my friend has recommended, I've seen most of them. I've had this one movie I've been trying to make my friends watch for the past year, and it just never happens, you know? Um, Maybe I need to be more pushy about things, but I don't want to be pushy, you know? Like, it'd be nice to just, be like, if like they were like, oh, like, let's watch that movie you've been recommending for a while, you know? Like, I don't want to push my interests on people, you know? Like, I just want there to be, like, a genuine, like, pursue in getting to be a part of my interests. I'm really into, like, cryptids and, you know, creepy pastas and creepy stuff and, you know, and there's this night market. It's like the Camp of Cryptids night market. And like I've I bought the tickets, and like I told them I bought the tickets, and like they didn't seem that interested, and then like I let time go on, and I like posted in the group chat again like, hey, is anybody interested in going? Nobody replied, except like one person couldn't make it, which totally understand, but that was like the only like response I really got. So yeah, um sometimes it's hard to open up cuz it makes me feel more alone most of the time. Not to say like I love my friends and like they do love me, I know that. I know they love me and I know they care about me. But yeah, it just feels hard to open up about my interests sometimes, which, yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it because I have very niche interests. So like I don't like fault people for not being interested in like what I'm interested in. Like that's completely normal, you know? Like I completely get it. You don't have to like what I like at all. Um but it is hard not really having anybody to share your interests with. Um yeah. I think this is it for the video. So um just want to end it by saying like I love my friends. Like genuinely, I really do love my friends, and like if they ever saw this, like I wouldn't want them to think that like I don't think they're amazing friends, because I know they are amazing friends. I just have a hard time opening up and feeling like I can um talk about the things that I like. But that's like a me problem, you know? Like that's not on them, you know. Um yeah. Okay.